There is a quiet epidemic in the coaching industry, the stuck coach. These are brilliant people with massive expertise who are teaching systems to their clients that they aren't actually using themselves. They are selling freedom while living in a prison of their own making. If you find yourself giving world class advice to everyone else while your own business feels like a heavy grinding machine, it's not because you lack knowledge. It's because you've built an imposter architecture, a business that looks successful on the outside, but is structurally hollow for you on the inside. We've been conditioned to think that knowing is the same as leading. Knowledge is cheap compared to getting some skin in the game. Execution based on self trust is the only currency that matters. Now, let's talk about why most coaches are revving their engines only to find themselves in the same place. Number one, the borrowed blueprint trap. Most coaches didn't build their business, they assembled it from other people's blueprints. You took a piece of this person's funnel and that person's content strategy, and now you have a Frankenstein business that requires you to be the glue holding it all together 24/7, 365. You aren't an architect. You're a high level operator trapped in a system that doesn't actually fit your personality or your goals. Number two, the expertise as an escape loop. When things get tough, coaches tend to go back to school. You buy another certification or another advanced framework because it feels safer than facing the fact that you aren't making the tough decisions in your own business. You're using your curiosity to avoid your responsibility. You are overlearning to compensate for under deciding. Number three, selling the dream, but you live in the grind. This is the part no one really wants to talk about. If you have to work 60 hours a week to manage your freedom based business, you have a structural misalignment. You're teaching your clients how to scale while you're personally bottlenecking every process in your own business. You stay stuck because you're afraid that if you step back into the architect role, the whole borrowed blueprint will collapse. And you might be right. I remember looking at the systems that I built and realizing I wasn't where I expected myself to be. I was the most exhausted employee in my own business. I was giving advice on alignment and decision making while I was clearly overriding my own judgment every single day. just to keep the machine running. I had to stop being a coach for a minute and start being an architect. I had to tear down the parts of the business that were built on other people's expectations and start building on my own authority. It was daunting, and it was the only way out. You don't need a new strategy for your clients. You need a new relationship with your own judgment. The reason you're stuck isn't because the industry is overcrowded. It's because you've become a passenger in the business you were supposed to be driving. You have to be willing to break the blueprint, even if it's currently making you money, so that you can rebuild from a blueprint that actually gives you peace. Most people will keep patching the holes in their borrowed blueprint. But for a few of you, you know that the entire foundation needs a reset. This is the work of moving from operator to architect. It's not about doing more, it's about deciding better. If you're ready to see exactly where your architecture is failing you, take the decision reset assessment. And for those of you who know you're ready to stop following the industry's broken rules entirely, keep an eye out for the Break the Blueprint experience. That's where we'll go deeper on this exact subject. So, if you haven't already, before you click away from this video, get started today. The link to the assessment is below. This is an ongoing work to support smart entrepreneurs like you, because trusting yourself and operating in your zone of genius not only supports you, it supports all the people you serve by solving their problems or helping them to fulfill their deepest desires. That's why we're here. So, in the next video series, we'll step into why so many smart entrepreneurs get stuck trying to use someone else's blueprint.